us together. Hey, salute, see how we done deeply divided along politics and party line. Oh. So pull the tribal lens, come out, put the regional lens, come out, pull party lens, come out, and when national lens, so follow you see
this song
at the
come
top.
from Madam Sidra to Aminata Kamara from the United States of America. It is dedicated this song to one of the biggest organizations in the world. We had.
Yeah, made a crack on the mix.
91 big boy Pekin.
It's your double tap, see the ball. Daily base 091. Yellow flag TVs.
Hallelujah.
Come on. We are the organization. Don't come for every nation. We are the organization. Don't come for promote the nation. They know they mix my politics. They know they part tribalism. They know they mix my politics. Yeah. They know they part no tribalism.
This now we had. Duck and now we land. So la we all and fine. This now we had. Duck and now we land. So la we all and fine. Who know they back kapu kapu? We had no mixed bag bamu bamua. We know they back kapu kapu. We had no mixed bag bamu bamua. Go tell the brother sister them say we had don't come over.
We are now we are.
Tell them for we, tell them for me say we had don't come over.
We are now we are. We are the organization. Don't come for every nation. We are the organization. Don't come for promote the nation. They know they mix our politics. They know they part tribalism. They know they mix our politics. Yeah. They know they part no tribalism.
Big respect to the one who will make we are team up strong one. Especially to you, by Bure Kablai from the north. And to you, Shenge Pierre from the south. Admi Amina, happy birthday in advance to you, by Bure Kablai from the north. You celebrate your birthday January. Happy birthday in advance to you, Shenge Pierre from the south. You celebrate your birthday December. This organization, the 3 years, December 2022. We dey tell who members them all over the world, thank you. Yeah.
We are the organization. Don't come for every nation. We are the organization. Don't come for promote the nation. They know they mix our politics. They know they part tribalism. They know they mix my politics. Yeah. They know they part no tribalism. Let me tell you, wait till we are done do for we. They no change life inside the world country. Number one, they the people. They build outreach for the affected members for the flooding. Number two, they the pay school fees. For the one the way them people them evil as alone disaster. The people them, we are don't come for help everybody in this country. They know they for politics, neither tribalism. We are the organization. We are the organization. Don't come for every nation. We are the organization. We are the organization. Don't come for promote the nation. They know they mix our politics. They know they mix our politics. They know they part tribalism. They know they mix my politics. Yeah. They know they part no tribalism.
We are voice of the poor. This song come up from Madam Sidratu Aminata Kamara from the United States of America. It is dedicated this song to one of the biggest organizations in the world, Weird.
Alright, good morning, and welcome to your program where we call Colres, right? On Weird on YouTube and on Facebook, because how we discuss issues, the way the front page of the different newspaper that they pull a door for the morning, and after that, then we can come and look at what's in the paper, then say different people in the kind side for help way for discuss their issues then day. So straight we go first and watch the paper, then quick one, because we don't get two people that we don't stand by for talk about several issues then. But me particularly get interest by one issue where I feel say a lot of one as well, where the watch show will get interest by the issue then day, especially when I went in the diaspora, we get interest for see how best we are able to come back and help in terms of development. But we also see if the infrastructure did for the kind of development in the way we could basically can touch on inside the program this morning. So first, let me look at within the paper, then say quick one, and then at the come to we get them inside the program. So the first paper where we get inside the program this morning, now the Parameter newspaper we say Turkish embassy staff accused of sexual harassment and extortion of visa, and you as well get event abandon offers solace to King George home for the age. And then we go to the next paper where the Trumpet newspaper say health authorities confirm polio virus in Sierra Leone. Landmark progress made in women's empowerment, VP declares. And other story there for you inside this paper. The next one at the Spine newspaper, we see Turkish embassy staff implicated in sexual harassment and extortion of visa. SLCB hit 119 billion leones pre-tax profits in 2022. You as well get on International Women's Day, LRMG celebrates and provides food for less privileged women. We go to the next paper for this morning, the Reformer newspaper. We say CIO rejuvenate immigration offices across Sierra Leone. Labour Minister extol Nassit DG. And we go to the next one where the Public Review newspaper say 16 students banned. Legal Link condemns Unimark decision. And you as well get High Court declines on manslaughter charge for ex-Sky Bank manager. And other story there for you inside this edition of the Public Review. AZ newspaper. Now the next one for this morning, we say 3,000 vulnerable women receive donation from LRMG on International Women's Day. You as well get Chinese 24th medical team leaves legacy of healing in Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone recognized for gender equality reform in 2024. Minister of Internal Affairs storms Kailaon district. Another story for you inside the AZ newspaper. The next one at the Compass newspaper, we see with government broke like church rat. Bio turns intercontinental beggars. Goes from Africa to Asia and Middle East. And fake feminists on the rampage target good and innocent men in society. You as well get SLCB hit 119 billion profit in 2022. We go to the next one where now the Times newspaper we say Robert Condemar Cabo scatters blue economy. ONS Abdullahi Koka breeds confidence in the security of the state. And other story there for you inside this edition of the Times newspaper. The next one are the Premier News. Sierra Leone report first polio case. Sierra Leone UAE leaders discuss bilateral relations. And you as well get IOM organizes cross-regional workshop to strengthen cooperation on return and reintegration in Africa. We go to the next paper where now the Africa 24, Africell Sierra Leone celebrate IWD with prominent women. SLRSA misuses no money. And SLCD hits 119 billion profit in 2022. Wake up, SLPP and APC. And we go to the next one inside the program this morning. We now the DONE newspaper, and the DONE newspaper say bet power Okay, and you as well get AGLs, boss assures of advancing female empowerment. You as well get abusing feminism to smear reputation of an exemplary MD. And we go to the next one inside the program at the OWL newspaper. A new hope for FBC students, Rashid Bondo for SU president. Freetown Mayor speaks at World Bank Poverty Reduction Conference. And you still get you under 17 and female national team crowned champions of the BAMK SLFA tournament. Sierra Leonean technocrats excelling on a global stage. The journey of Emmanuel Kanji. Nightwatch newspaper, now the next one we say to ensure victory, APC must end the blame game and build peace. Bet Power Sporting Company launch in Sierra Leone. The next one we get at the Open Space newspaper we say Employment Minister hails Nasit DG. For SLFA presidency, does Babadi Kamara fit the bill? And you as well get SLCB hit 119 billion profit. Deadline 31st March 2024. That now for the ID card. And the next one at the comment newspaper where you say President Biyo strengthens bilateral ties with UAE. A step forward. Sustainable development. Sorry, a step towards sustainable development. And VP Dr. Julie Jallo on International Women's Day. First Lady Dr. Fatima Bio delivers powerful speech in Harvard University. Another story for you inside this edition of the comment newspaper. Calabash newspaper get this banner headline where say Vice President highlights landmark progress in gender equality and women's empowerment. You as well get Sierra Leone Commercial Bank achieves historic 119 billion profit in 2022. Independent Observer newspaper, poliovirus confirmed in Sierra Leone. Women enjoy just 2 free legal rights that men enjoy. New World Bank report. And the next one at the Daybreak newspaper says APC stakeholders not safe, says Samuel Kamara. CIO expands offices across Sierra Leone. And Speaker of Parliament saves economic burden on citizens. We go to the next paper. Well, not all of the paper before we get inside the program this morning. We'll go straight and begin look at the issues them as they don't come up, and we get them inside the program this morning. We'll start with the one we first guy inside the program, and we're in at the Zoom line. In name now Abdul Fonti Kabia. Abdul Fonti Kabia is my name. Welcome to the program this morning.
Good morning to you, and then Pambo them where they watch and to listen to. We agree to now. Good morning.
Long time. You just decide for lost, like it's so lost classes.
I go underground.
Okay.
But you know, Sai forgets me and how forgets me. So okay. I'm here.
We wish you all the best as you there on the ground. But take time alone and all the ground and just all right, and then on the WhatsApp line we get Tanko Ibrahim Bangura. Welcome to the show, Ibrahim.
Yeah, good morning. Mubarak to sister and brothers really fast at the present. So once more, my name is Ibrahim Bangura, aka Tanko, African 24 newspaper.
All right. So, Kushe and Cabo for all generated the program. Though I'll begin with something where I begin to talk about just not say I get a lot of interest over that particular issues than they. Abdul Kabia, I want to talk about land business inside the country, because a lot of times then before this term, we they see people them when they come out overseas, they come at the end of the day they cry, say for example, hey, I be get this land here, I want to invest, but now they don't take them, they don't get this company, they don't this go cry say, let me get this land, but hey, this person don't can fit me. This confusion like every other day they discourage a lot of people we want to invest inside the country. Tell me small thing, what thing they happen right now inside the lands ministry?
Plenty thank you to you for bringing we inside this program for make we can discuss a very pertinent issue we get for its land. And we already know when they say land, as in even the inside the national anthem, they say land that we love, our Sierra Leone. So if the land sector is chaotic, it means say Sierra Leone is chaotic. Sierra Leone is not peaceful. If the land sector will not get them correct, it means say we're not able to forget any other thing correct na Sierra Leone. And unfortunately, that is the situation where some of we been born meet. So we were born in the 80s. We come and then we need all of this ala palan. If you're not telling you say today, family don't kill in company family member for land, they will tell you say minister don't go take somebody in private land, it's in a state land. Or they will tell you, say, somebody don't sell, give me land, and then I know you will get documents for them. Or they will tell you, say, I don't build me house. Now this land here, government don't come, broke them. Then are just some of the stories then where we be always done the in the land sector. And if we don't reach to a point to side, but people be done they give up, saying there does not seem to be any light at the end of the tunnel in terms of the land management in Sierra Leone. But then come retired Brigadier Julius Maada Bio as president in the promise the people them say Ngoka look into the land sector that it was never too late for go back to the drawing board and all. During the first 5 years of His Excellency the President, especially the time we in the start, the problems that we continue because we all in a salon, we don't need for light to reserve. You know, the problems that we continue, every stakeholder will play in your part, but some will play their own parts then positively, whilst others will play their own parts then negatively. So the problems will continue. Until 2021, when His Excellency decided for appoint Dr. Turat Senesi into the land sector, but people will not be optimistic, say he was going to be the solution for solve the land sector issues, because nobody not be doing Turat for land business. The only survey that the area na jala for student business, we na be lecturer, or they don't area for police business, or they don't area for deputy minister business as deputy minister of technical and higher education. So a whole lot of people were thinking that not to add President Bio, they can add for the problem. So, but like how the politicians they can always say, the president in wisdom begets in reason. So in the assigned Dr. Turat Senesi for come na the land sector, in get one assignment. And tell them, say, go and sanitize the land sector. 3 years later, now within the second term of His Excellency the President, I think say Sierra Leoneans they go agree with me, say the president's not be wrong at all. We chose Dr. Turat Senesi for come the land sector because we don't get a whole lot of reforms within these 3 years na the land sector, where maybe from the time where upon where you put together every other thing where we don't try for do around that time day. You not go able to equate them to the reforms that we don't happen at the land sector. The reforms that they include institutional reforms, the reforms that they include legal reforms, the reforms that they include war against land grabbing, the reforms that they get for do with uniting all the stakeholders there, whether na paramount chief, whether na town chief, whether na police, whether na soldier, whether na civilian, for make we all come together and can solve the problem. Because Dr. Turat Senesi CBC say one person not able to solve the problem at the land sector. So after we all the stakeholders there so don't unite, now that's make now if they talk about land conflict, Sierra Leone you know go again for land conflict because we don't get the reforms here. And as we progress at the program, I'm able now for specific
let me talk about something very
here.
much important. You know, say land business is connected with like everything right now inside the country. Yeah, land are the key in terms of every development. But let's look for land and water business. One of the big problems right now for water business and land because we find out say the encroachments, especially in the reserve areas, them it done too much. We've been seeing during the 2015, if I get the date correct, we see this mudslide happen this Motome area outside. A lot of people have lost their life, but yet still, you know, like every other day we see people they go. In fact, the green belt, I don't know most time they don't cross that line. They say because they don't make one green belt, two green belts, they just they cross them continuously. And now the water don't be threat to we the people them right now inside the country. So waiting they happen at that area because like every other day we see new structure that they come up and aside the way they're supposed to consider for big reserve.
So like how they tell you, one of the biggest disadvantage them of the chaos will be the happen at the land sector encroachment. And these encroachments not only include encroachment into just waiting we they call state land, but it gets for do with side them where you will call one week we in a disaster prone areas, and then inside them where somebody not supposed for bill at all because it will affect the forest, it will affect the water, where we they call the side the reserved areas. And over the years we don't get the encroachments today, including Freetown, where they talk about mile 13, the Guma land. The kind of encroachment we don't happen na the Guma land, it is very scary, to be very honest with you. We now that make some 2 years ago, His Excellency the President said he therefore go assess the damage to the ecosystem we get for do with the Guma land, and then after we endorse him, and therefore place a moratorium on every development project, another number 2 area, mile 19, stretching to number 2 area. Say we need for put a hold on every development where they happen with regards to the construction of houses, with regards to people and where they go to the forest. Some man even they go to a net, you know. They see the forest they are so taken up right now. Maybe if they go along the peninsula stretch, some you go see like say forest there, but trust me, when you go beyond the forest there, na pure land 90 day. They either don't brush, they either don't light fire there, and even when you be the work as self na net along that peninsula there. They see wildfires then at the bush, you will just think saying just ordinary fire, you know, but realize saying land grabbers them activities then where they be the do na net. So they don't encourage to that Guma land that if you see the president of the kind of activities they did 2 years ago, I doubt if we will be able for the get water right now for the town. Because the dam be done the dry, even in the rainy season we get challenges. After we the president we don't put that stop there in the set up a committee for make them look into that. And that committee they not be only supposed for supervise, say nobody no continue for work another Guma land day, but for also ensure say we look into these green belts. Like how you they talk. We don't go, we don't allow people that don't develop, and they say, oh, okay, well, let them reverse the green belts. And so we don't go take the green belts, don't go down at the foot of the mountain. And now still people that don't jump back at the foot of the mountains they now want for continue. So we will all halt the activities there as a government, and then the committee still later look into how best we can able to handle the issues that they're going forward.
So
and not only limited.
We can't continue with the other things then, but like out Tanko inside quickly. Tanko, you have to watch how things then they like in terms of land business, with everything that happen. You don't see everything that the policy when they put in place. But then things that always Abdul Fonti Kabia they talk about too right now. They work land business solution. This minister don't take out solution.
Well, in the first place, go to call land tenure system. Land tenure system in this country. Basically, the bulk of the land owned by the individuals, because the kuna way they oversee, you know, say kuna own policy and laws are different. Wherein the land is owned by the state. Wherein I the potential the buy land, I don't build house. Now the state they do everything. You know is now pay to the state directly. So now two different things. All what you would experience from Genesis to now, the corruption with the lands. The corruption we did it's off, and now it is at the highest peak. Because they found out say even some people where they buy land, you see they buy land, inside the ministry back. We don't really talk about Freetown, we don't talk about Sierra Leone generally. If we talk, take them from local, the 16 districts. Now they talk about the ministry. Not to Freetown they talk about only, because at the end we call it, we only emphasize on Freetown, number 2, number 3, success. Not to that we talk about. So we talk about Sierra Leone as a whole, how the land tenure system had. I get problem. You go to the provinces, people in the sell land, inside land, wherein people in the deep ministry, they see the same document where they come from the ministry. They see the other possible get back. It's in a get up. We don't do the investigation and not to 110, not to 210, to 310. Even some of my friends and our colleagues now victims, we be say the ministry, then get certain people in the way they say surveyors. The surveyor go no see, yeah, you don't can surveyor for Mr. A, he come back and survey it for Mr. B from the same ministry. Which important is to get money. So coming with new ministers, coming with new policies, there is no dividend we will receive in this area of land tenure system. Go Lungi. The founders say, any side when they say development they come. And we can imagine where the time when they say Mababa, the time for coming to Mababa airport, it is people and they go buy massive land at the area and they buy inside buy. Even the one way they say now legal people will be say they buy land for people and they involve on land problems. Land issues. We don't see them student a lot. We are in the ministry, they connive with people for buy land, buy inside buy. So to me, the problem is still they continue. Now change of face of ministry they see, change of person, the nomenclature, but the issue then still on. We are able to face trouble, disaster. So man they come over, see don't walk over millions, thousands of dollars. They come, one can invest. If not get the right people, the channel for buy a land, it is document the commot. Now I mean, if you say they want to sell you land, you go to Roxy, we go Roxy, they see the LA they match with the land, but we go, he verify well that person not thing getter.
I think Tankola all you right from that point here. That's a very important thing where we be not notice. Abdul Fonti. We even notice one time, even before this minister, then they try for do land mapping. I hope I get that correct again. Land mapping. And they even they try for, make they computerize the whole system, whereas you're able to go quick to the computer for no side this thing. Because one thing we will be they find out, and go find out say, I don't buy me land, now grafting. But when they go check for the number, you will find out say that land the number for them now God rich. That can be one big problem. I mean, they try to make sure that they put all the things into a centralized system for let we avoid that paper because they find out that this paper and one thing that they create a lot of problems. We don't say the paper no do, but at least let the system all thing there inside. Waiting not the way forward because at one point where they been attempt to do that, we see what happen. That's when they used to not begin working in the government. Then burn the system. We see them say fire outside in a land ministry, outside in the same room, outside them they try to set up this thing, and then the thing burn. Yeah. So what thing they happen now?
Thank you so very much. When my colleague be the talk, I be the smile. Because the thing about reforms, it does not happen overnight. Especially in academic background, say some of we born and it's their problems here. So you will not expect within 3 years for me to get everything correct. However, a whole lot of things don't happen, and I will catch up on the specific issues here. So my colleague the highlight and where you do ask. Is there corruption in the land sector? Yes, there is corruption, but has it gotten worse right now? Where we talk so? No, it has been minimized, and how it minimized? Let me take you through the following thing. Then you talk about digitization. Then one of the major things where the ministry they embark on right now. The ministry gets a Sierra Leone Land Administration project, which is a 6 years project financed by the World Bank, where the major thing where that project they come for achieve now, but make sure say we map the entire land sector in Sierra Leone and we digitize the sector.
So wait, before you continue, you will command the inside lands ministry already because like what happened is you yourself aware of that day. You not being journalist, whereas at one point under the last government they try to do that day, then burn the office.
Well, talking about the readiness, I will not vouch for whether or not the people them already. But however, the government is committed to that change. And change not a wait for person in readiness. It's either you catch up with the system or you left there.
And talking about digitalization, when they come for land, I mean, we'll command them inside the lands ministry that they talk about.
Yeah, now that's how they say. So okay. Even with you will command them, now when you deal with paper, and then they go ask you say, hey, pa, you not ready for change, you're not going to take bribe again. But where you know they deal with papers again, where you not get that direct human contact again with people and we want for administer land, it's not a question about your readiness. The change they can.
Yeah,
Because the state is committed to it.
waiting make us still stress on this point. Now the fact that when we don't see them, you say and I think say you be witness that kind of story and they happen. Whereas they not then born the place. So how we go sure say we not go to that kind of spend boku money, then get rich people in the after we know how for change, then do something to the system.
Well, the particular events where you did mention, I'm not going to comment on them specifically, but we all know say that things that they happen in government offices and stuff like that, where you say, oh, something they happy, and then you see fire cage and stuff like that. However, all of the fire incidents that they happen because now paper business. So now we are moving. Now we are moving to digitizing the sector. And it's not only going to be limited to digitizing the sector. We are even looking at the legal reforms because the laws themselves will be the govern the land sector. The law that they not useful again in modern day trend. Me brother be they talk about the 2 land tenure systems the way we get now Sierra Leone. Where the Freetown will be the talk about the freehold tenure, and then the provinces will be the talk about the customary tenure. We will get a whole lot of challenges now the provinces where constitutes like 98 to 99% of the land when you talk about land in Sierra Leone, because now customary tenure, now in will be the deal with the and that customary tenure the day we are not even documented in policies, and be just left to the chief there, and be just left to the land owning families there. But as part of the reforms them way I tell you now we don't get 2 new laws in 2022. The one law now customary land rights act. We don't clearly define our rules and regulations as to how we administer land in the provinces. You also now get rules and regulations as to how you administer land in Freetown. And we also get now the National Land Commission Act. We don't establish the National Land Commission. When are the body that they now responsible for looking into all of the things they are so in terms of registering land now, in terms of conflict resolution, because like how they say, the ministry had been part of the problem. No shame about that. So the ministry not go don't cause the problem, then the ministry back to get for Cali complaint.
Still part of the problem.
Then the ministry back to get for Cali complaint. You know, so these are some of the things them we end. But to be fair with the ministry, most of the things them way people they say now the ministry they part of the problem. The ministry is not part of those problems. I'm not saying the ministry is not part of some of the problems there. But I'm saying majority of the things that when somebody will say, oh, now the ministry says, look, this man, he get documents. You don't check the document first. If not forge that document there. You don't check the signature, if not the director in signature, because all of the things that we talk, land business, not so like patch granite business, where you just go give money to somebody because the person say, oh, me, I want for buy motorcar quick, or this person want for travel, go overseas, give me the money, will they go make documents for you at the ministry? If you give money in that kind of instances that day, where you not check the documents where the person presents to you, because all of the documents here also get what you call LS number. That LS number they unique to each and every parcel of land. So some man can take LS number of Abufonti in land, if I get land na Kisi. Some man go take that LS number there and put them now one fake document as LS number for land within a God reach. But if you come with that document, they na the ministry, for make the ministry can verify. When the ministry inputs that LS number then at the chatting room, they go able for tell you say this land document where you come with na fake documents because you say this land in a Kisi, but the land where get this LS number na Aberdeen in there.
Okay.
So now some of them mistakes that the people that they do, because they're not able to due diligence.
Because it's very important because we see different type of paper then we don't create a lot of people. You get community paper when the demand is signed, especially for Western Rural, you get director paper and when the lands the soil survey self-design. We can't talk about that but Tanko, you listen to Aprifonti, what thing that you take?
I've seen the old ministry gets a huge work for do. They need a serious sanitation in that ministry there, because the cry of the people are heavy. Because one thing, they were in the circle of the ministry, that in back they play the dubious game we are in for at least for rogue people in terms of the land the people they get, especially since somebody overseas the hot, you want buy land. You don't see that the ministry document supposed to present to her. They can be like they talk about LS number. They're going to see check everything correct. When you go to court, then cases are admitted so plenty on land issue fraud. See, ministry, they come. Ministry, they pull paper from ministry and carry it in a court back. They find out, say, one thing, the old bottom line here is, when you get money, you go to that ministry there. It overshadow the whole process. Because the majority of the workers in the work, they are highly porous. You talk about the surveyors, you talk about the one go inspect, you talk about XYZ. So all the things and we don't do a finding CPC, it's still ongoing. But if you then decide to put mechanism in place, it's good. We are in at least for able minimize and small. But to be honest, corruption still in the Ministry of Lands.
Yeah, and Abdul Kabir self agree say yes, corruption there, yes, it's still there, but they try for reduce them.
Yes, well, the thing is how soon? Because all the policies there, and they just come, they implement. Because one thing, the whole thing is one day they work there, then get a chain of command. They get from the people where they can say. So man don't oversee. The only way is now is I want to come back home for can invest. Or can do the investment. I don't take 60 years, 70 years overseas, but I come home where they can get the money. So we come, the spots where he wants, as long as he pour the money, he get her. Where is other mommy don't come by it until they develop and quick. It happen, that thing it happen will be to the CM. Even now thing will be from day they start, they go out.
All right.
So with that, better for to themselves, better for scrutinize themselves and verify themselves how the things that happen. And they got put system in place, say digitalization. Digitalization, would they play with the digitalization of the whole story? The digitalization, now them back the door, not to foresee now, man, some ever they can't play digitalization, no. Them back they come, they make sure that what they do X, Y, Z. I can remember the time we, that was on, I think, Dr. Sadin time, we hockey. Bianca by place na Moten. Thank God they take we as journalists, they verify. Who verify the thing? Maybe if it will go underground, investigate, build the land, the seller, we are in where they see them with white people and can invest on hockey. They can dupe them. I say no. Passway they will move, go na Newton. Now Newton and go make a hockey pitch. In a list because I tell them say as in the best way when I will get a very good way on a list time it will be better. But when I say that they buy at the end of the day, government they change. When they change, the other government they can say this way when I go is not correct. Because as a salon government they complement each other. When they come, one man get your own style of doing things. Because for clamp and criticize you, why don't they should not do better. So they take the advice. So we say they end up na list, the list they government get it.
Okay.
About 20 something years. So after that, they give them back. We don't utilize, I don't do it for do. They did it. So with that, because of the corruption with the inside the Milan's ministry, it's heavy. So therefore try for two things. When you come out, go to the Western, who are missing a World Sea, talk about the Peninsula, talk about the Waterloo. Then the Eon is a high because one thing, like when they talk and the demand them, the chief them, they all they part of the system of this corruption. Come on, you go to the other provinces in tough because if somebody can come over see for can buy land, you see something debt could come here. It deserve for go.
So I think you bring kind very important things then. Abdul Fonti, I think it just boils down to waiting a bit of engaging stuff for you. We can follow with a different type of document them. I see, for example, now the Western world, like waiting Tanko don't say. Western world is very much common in that area there. One, you will see pause in the pan put up in structure, then say forester then they come. All man they run, including surveyor, all man they run. But surveyor, how come you run now from forester? No, because they no one for waiting. Okay, that's now one. And then secondly, you find out at some point when the forester then come, if they meet up somebody, then I can boom, then the area then gather, then go meet the forester then and say, hey, now we gather here, then give small thing, and then the left one knock them body. That's why you see the green belt they pass like one, it don't go back, now don't pass even the red belt safe. So it happen. So now I want you to explain this thing to me. We are reading they talk about Edman paper. This person will get Edman paper. He say, "Na me don't there from donkey years. Me na yaso dem born we. Now they na Edman paper na get." Then this other person will come this year, he come with director's paper and say, "No, na me get this." So tell me, who's one we get with and who that gets the right for own that land day? And the Edman paper or the one we don't pass Edman and go to director?
Thank you, Pierre. I tell you plenty, thank you, that you don't professionally redirect the conversation to the specifics, because sometimes we go able to address the issues where we talk about the specific instances here instead of just making blanket comments that there is corruption in the ministry. Like I was saying earlier, I agree say there is corruption in the land sector, but the missing piece in that corruption are the land grabbers. People know they talk about that. I don't know if now interested people are interested for talk about land grabbers or land grabbing, or they are maybe possibly they are just part of that kind syndicates day and stuff like that. So now make we talk about these specific things we get for do with 8-man paper and no 8-man paper. The freehold tenure where we they use now the western area, and this western area according to the laws then they call it the crown colony. All the land na the crown colony, western area, urban or western area, rural, all that they belong to the state. Now the first thing that they will need people then for be aware of. All the land na the crown colony belong to the state according to the laws. It only becomes the property of an individual or an institution where the state officially convey that land there to you. So in other words, anybody we get land where not to the state convey and to especially the root of that land. I know they talk so that they go buy on top of that we let me don't get land and then they can buy it to me and that other person can buy. But the root of that land, the origin of that land, if not so the state convey that land there to that individual day or that institution day, most definitely in a state land, because all the land in the crown colony belong to the state. What does this mean in essence? Now that there is nothing now we lost them we name community land. Nothing or they like community land, because now one of the things that the way the land grabbers they use for due people them, especially now the western area, rural community, the peninsula, say, oh, this is now community land. And when they don't begin get a name as community land, it means say now the youth leader get right for self-build land pay, or the 8-man gets right for self-build land pay, or the chief gets right for self-build land pay. There is nothing like community land where 8-man or where chief or where community member gets right for self-give person. So then they tell you, say that's where they talk about 8-man paper. There is nothing in land administration where the states they recognize as 8-man paper. So anybody who gets paper when a 8-man sign am na the western area, when a chief sign am na the western area, that person they supposed for no say that documents they problematic. That documents they not tenable, like we lawyer they say. If court case come out for that documents they, the one we get documents when at the states na India, in own na him credible, because na the states na get that land there and na the states na
You know, I asked this question back because recently we get one case now where one mommy they cry for between here and church. Then I demand people and then the church, of course, they don't go get waiting. So now they cry, mommy first don't care, mommy be the planter. Now we go out for help this mommy for build, small abule, in old slave where for live there here in family, because the southern live now dirty block and not actually good for people. But when you begin look at demand paper, waiting, if you can't deal with 8-man paper just now, it means plenty people in dollars them, the almost $1,000 who don't get that. We not go able, we will go waste time by that land. So we still watch how this situation talent. Now that's basically they ask you, waiting italic, who that get right. Even if you don't there long years, but if not 8-man paper and this come judges no get a director paper, who's one we get the right for own the land. Now the reason then the specific reason and the way we could ask you get the question in there.
Most definitely na the clarification and the way they make.
Yes.
8-man paper are not tenable na the freehold tenure way applicable to the crown colony when at the western area. So this entire Freetown, the peninsula, they go up to Songo, anybody will get paper there and tell you say me na 8-man I sign on a community paper now I get. There is nothing like community land. Waiting they end up for the call community land. So how does that work? So if a community like John Obe, for example, gets development projects them where they were embarked on, they're supposed to apply to the Ministry of Land. Say we want for do football field, we want for build church, we want for get space for cemetery, We want for build school. We want for build community center. That they apply officially to the Ministry of Lands for that, for make the lands ministry give them land for that particular community development the way they want for undertake. Yeah? And where the Ministry of Lands, they give them that land, the documents where they give them, it is clearly spelled out the purpose for which that land is being given to that community. So now the only thing that the way you go on for called community land, wherein the ministry they give land to a particular community because they want to embark on a development. And the ministry they spell them out clearly. So if the ministry don't give John Obe community, for example, a particular piece of land, where now for build community center, and then that community they didn't take that land, then now they sell and give any other person for residential purpose or for any other purpose, that person they not get right for use that land there for any other purpose other than a community, a community center.
We get that.
So this, let us just serve for clarify, say, Edman paper, not day. Any document whether on a private land we go call private land or state land, and the Ministry of Lands.
And let this just be as a way for lead owner as well, maybe. You know, the rest of the peninsula, the rest of the Western Ural, yeah, I think say if we not take message like this to them, it will help una greatly because now the rest of the problem they happen. I don't know if now we have that.
Yes, and we are doing that. They embark on a whole lot of community engagement. You know, with their communities that they even they get town hall meetings.
Quick
with their communities that they
quick one.
Even though they
we actually not get better time again, and I want to follow touch on other issue quick. But first, let's just ask you some specific questions. Please, Tanko, or just hold on quickly, and I'll come back to you. Just briefly, before the election, I mean, give land to people, you know, first of all, waiting don't happen with their land, and because they say within some time, when for able for develop their land, and they for able for put them up. When I don't they get some development where they happen with their land, and they.
Yeah, that now the list you they talk about, and the model way the new minister be introduced for give out list to Sierra Leoneans we entitled to the land that they will be called the land raffle model, wherein when a land is available, we identify we identify the plots of land we are available, and then we announce to the public, say this plots of land available to the public, let everybody apply. So that people they apply and then they go through a transparent land raffle process where every Sierra Leonean don't agree, say now one of the best models that are in terms of fairness and transparency in allocating state land. So we don't do them pre-term, we do them in 2021, 2022, and 2023, and we don't give the documents them to all the people them, and we don't give them the land them. We they win another.
So they can pay for.
However, the land they also come with conditions. Where in the offer letter where we they give. The condition is that within 3 years, you supposed for don't develop that land there. You supposed for don't build fence there. You build your small house where you go able for the dome. And after we develop that land there, they can apply now to the state for let them give them as a freehold. They can't tell you now the freehold tenure system with the deal with na free talk. So that time they now the states they give you now in plants you now that we give you this land there, so you don't flout the conditions there, you don't develop them. So you serious and you go able for own this land. And then every year you they pay this rent. When I just small money, I think for the Okada people them now 500,000 for the year, and then the other one they I think will be 1 million or 1.5. I don't remember the specific again. Every year you they pay this rent when are for a period of 3 years. So you get a condition.
If we want to mix all of these, then the thing that the technical part of all of them things there, so it go too much that we're not going to understand. You know, let's ask you the question, let me be direct. So when they don't give you this land, say they don't list them in 3 years if you develop them. Inside these 3 years, now if you pay this 500,000.
Yes, now you they pay list rents because now list that they give you. So you they pay rent
after where the government don't say, okay, now we don't give you the land, it don't belong to you, you still they pay this rent?
No, when it don't belong to you now, the state don't compare to you now, it becomes your private land. So now one of the ways that the way people that they take get private land now the crown colony.
So if inside these 3 years there, so you're able for developer in 1 year and you go apply back, you stop automatically once they don't give you the land, say you don't belong to you. Inside 1 year when they give you, it automatically stop for pay.
As long as you develop them and you apply for your freehold and you meet the how they call it. The things that we're supposed to do for getting freehold, definitely it becomes yours, even in the first year.
Okay, I think that one very very much important for let we able to understand some of them things there. So, okay, so now when person one for can like salon people and the overseas now, always with the reading cry and they supporting at the channel for come get land from overseas.
Firstly, if not private land, you dey try for obtain.
No,
When you come,
the government land now they've talked about now in this case.
Oh, okay, well, I just want to talk generally because
Okay.
most people when they come overseas, not to the government's land, they will say they buy from private individual. Now, when Allah come out now, they begin saying a land ministry now, they all they by this way so. So even if with private land, when the person don't give you the documents they done, the person is personally for show you documents and take their documents they did to the lands ministry for verify if that documents they correct before you go into any transaction with that person there.
Alright.
And on the state land, it's either you apply for lease and then we go subject you to that raffle where we just don't talk about, or you buy because the states now they sell land because for that kind of challenges here where some man they get, like they say some man actually get the money but they just need something very authentic. So the states they sell land. We get land then at John Obe where they call serviced plots, whether the states don't service them in very flat and they don't so they come now the ministry and then they follow the procedure and then you buy that land.
Quick
They
one,
not get one.
quick one. In terms of developing the country generally, country planning and other things there. One thing the way una can fail for do now for provide side them who side them will say, yeah, in the future where I don't develop this area for be field, this area for be community center, this area for be health center and for the and this road here for una they fail for do that one day. We find out say even inside Freetown proper, it reach 5 years from now, we know they get side where they picking and they play football. Because
well, I know how you call them failure. I know I make you call them failure anymore because I don't tell you about the reforms and where they happen. All the new communities and I because like how they say the old communities then it's been problematic. We still a way out of that. But all the new communities and where they sprout now currently, all the layouts them where the states they do that they ensure say they left land for all of their purposes. That now that make a highlight to you just not say any community we want for embark on any development activity. Let it just apply to the ministry. So the ministry they go now the map and what
this now the thing this way you talk about you talk about that they say they for apply, but this is not about whether they apply because most people not get the sense that they for apply for field, they for apply for community center, they for apply for health center provision. But una for don't put on our aid now say anytime way we they give this area. Whether they apply, they not apply, are compulsory for them. Like for example, then country also. Every day that they develop areas them, and you they get outside picking them, and they left for picking them. Recreational areas them, football field the day, you they get health center. So it just left normal now for the first way they can develop.
If only you be waiting land, now be they tell you. I say now the using that way
no,
say.
Okay, next time not suspend me.
Wait someone at the camp. So you they apply because when you apply, the ministry gets their own map, they get their layouts them where they don't left all of their facilities there. So if now community center now you apply for, they just can't watch if that community they decide which side that they don't put for community center if it's still available. If you're available now, the ministry will give you one or let you go develop the community center there. The side where they don't left for school. If it's still available, they will give you one or make you go develop there. So all the new communities and another tell you say the old communities that have problem they did. But all the new communities them where they come up now. The ministry don't ensure so they don't plan them properly.
Okay.
All of their facilities they bearing ground all day.
Thank you.
Recreational facilities day and all of that.
Let me bring you inside quickly on this issue. You don't hear about waiting the ministry the plan for doing the future or waiting and they do right now for make sure say the future look good for the country in terms of planning. Waiting you take.
One in the first place, the ministry, the PR system is very very weak because all which they explain so. I finally say. There's a weakness in the PR system for many people to get the land education process, how to go about them. One, in the area of the aidman, they are a significant role we want to learn, especially Ward C. Community as Ward C, we are the Western Rural. Mm-hmm. The aidman, the people ABC, we want land and they approve, say this post is correct. And we buy them, they get signatory to that land, the people in the check and say, you land authentic. Mm-hmm. Maybe before now you go register to the government. So therefore, try for meet people they're going to see and get town hall meeting, but they educate people on that area, on the local languages, to know how this process they go. Then the other area where we say people they don't meet me. our office way, but this lottery of getting the land. This way they say 3 year, we did it at least they will pay either 500,000 or 1 million euros. People don't get that education, they not get them. Some people who interview them and tell you say there is a cheating in this area because this Okada man, we don't can win to the 2 lots, you don't go get. This man will afford for pay maybe 1 million euros for months before this thing planter or make people apply for a free hold. So automatically they take and say this now is cheating to the old side because we are not put even the form when they feel for say if for did it. Because I be see a form they did they apply. Now a good idea. But in this area they go pay. So man go develop on it and for them apply for them be a free hold. Then because last time they say, man, this is not the thing we define as the government they cheat with. They pay for something, they will dwell it automatically an issue. So the other area we again we be say this a very, very good for letting get a robust information. One thing people are see alone, they are not well informed. So now all the incomes that they happen. Even a continuous information they give people. One thing against them, I tell you, what thing the politicians in already educated people is their own political stay in power. But waiting people for benefits, they need to educate people. No. That they just make like a seminar. When I come, they make workshop once in a while, maybe quarterly. It's enough. How when they cascade this particular message in a so if you acquire land, when they minimize this particular issue, if you go at a low court, they case them put it. Now in this area of the land, if you talk about land grabbing, how do people grab land? Some man, now they be the farm. It is farmed for a very long time. So automatically, it take us the land on planter. Because government no can ask her. Government no ever talk. When the place don't develop, government being can now see now get it. Now so the people that I remember like one area in South Africa and Kalbatoya, maybe they don't develop by the nearby the hill area. Now government they can't do people in back say they challenge it, then they don't do it. So now the back and forth they call on South Africa. So government they can't into negotiation with them. No, we know that because people are not developing. So we are trying for educated people. Now, other imagine either than they for go by that mama people in develop it, man they farm it. So man, this land grabbing, a day they get her. We talk about this land grabbing. Because you don't farm it for over make us say 10 years. Automatically. Now negotiation, you don't get it, you don't build it, you do everything. So if you government they come in for can't take over because of development they come, automatically without the education. Land education, land acquiring education. How people they acquire land? Okay. Like you come up with all the policies that make laws, but then laws they are not go down to the people, to the demands, to the.
Now that make I be actually ask Abdul Fonti just now about the education. How then they make sure say some of their information away with the get now so today they reach the people. Fonti, you know, quickly before we end this particular land issue, we talk about so. This thing, this land grabbing thing here, I think now, number one, then we refer to as systemic, it didn't na system something. Number two, na thing where people are not see now like a bad thing. And like for example, I mean, they make reference to one area I want the other day, like that Wellington area, then get one area where they call Commander Farm. Like we own grandpa and they force go plant the because my grandpa in na Commander, they call a Commander Farm, for example. So you force can they now you don't feel say now you get that side and now that system then I know they go on all along. So una need for broke that chain day. If una not able broke that chain day, salon free tongue, the problem you know go don't know. Una need really need for broke that chain day. How we go able broke this chain quickly before in just a quick response, Fonty.
I agree with you. Say public education is a major tool for solve most of the problems here, and I also agree with you. Say there is need for make we do more with regards to public education. Even though we are doing it already, most of the communities are so aware about some of the things they are so through various means of communication to them. Either we go meet them or we go on the social media, we even go on the websites of the ministry. You see all of the information here. Within our radio, within our television, and within our Facebook, so it's now. On this program also. So we are doing it, but it's a continuous process and not a one-man business when it comes to land and business. So like waiting be the talk just now with regards to people and when say they go they complain. If I just don't ask the people a day for the offer letters, Because anybody will get you offer letter, the things are clearly spelled out. What you supposed to do. And even before they apply, there was massive public education. Usa will be they tell them, say, if you don't say you don't get money yet for develop that land within 3 years, not waste time for apply. Let give the one that first we get money for develop within the next 3 years. Because after that 3 years, if you not develop and the state they take them back like your hand. Because the resources are scarce and the demand is high. So Ali will get money or Sengbepi will get money for bill host rights now. In better law we get making bill and then whenever you ready,
So
will come to you later.
quickly, let me ask you this question. One town lot now 500,000 for lease rent, right?
Yes, for the Okada people because of the category.
Okay,
that
so
let's
put on this mill area. If me as a journalist want land, you know, I want 2 or 3 town land, how much I will get for the pay per month roughly?
Well, it depends to the area. All of the areas are clearly mapped. If not they're high-end areas, then you go pay up to 5 million for a year.
Okay.
And then you get the other one with
only
2.5.
this list and thing you pay for. You know they pay money upfront. Say for example, if you want this land as you don't so, you give us 5 million, and then every month you pay 500,000.
Well, that don't amount to lease again. And I don't they make the minister introduce the landera food. Because in the past now so some man be the lease. Say they come for you don't come buy and to me and then I make like saying a lease I give you. But now food. When you win and they pay no other money as you win and no more, they don't become you own as a list. So the only thing way they pay now that list rents day. And that list rents they clearly they na the offer letter. So that the one the way in talks is go they complain if like the states they cheat them. When the states give you that offer letter day, the states don't give you land almost free and say you for pay 500,000 for the year. Anybody not able to pay 500,000 for the year, you know there's no business for acquire that.
And you know,
so
you know the truth of the matter with all of them discussion there. I honestly don't get serious interest more for discuss more about land business. And like now every day we talk about land business 5 minutes in we most listen to program right now inside the country. We know the problem with that, but I think after that after a year we will discuss that one day because if finally we all join for educate people on this land business. If not to that, we all will get for cry tomorrow. But I'll leave that quickly and let's go to another issue quickly and touch on this one quickly. Abdul Fonti Kabia in the next 10 minutes follow up of the program. Okay.
All right, please. Yes.
All right, so we go quickly and to the program. Atanko, let's start with you. Before this time, they talk about this university thing, and now we don't see university lecturers them. They say and they start condition of service, other things them. And as we talk so right now, you know, exam for don't start today. You follow up whether this exam starts or not.
Exam not right today because of issues that way surrounding this particular saga. I can recall Chadi called me on the press conference last week. They're not going to explain their own position clearly. Say don't give ultimatum to the government. We have 14 days. I think today then the rights police will take clearance because they want to stage a protest. Because they posted and don't specify who said and I think that the Ministry of Higher Education specifically. So now that's not the issue for now. So students then they forget exams today. USL when FBC are postponed out. So this thing, the whole thing is government. His Excellency because it's a good idea for say well. Now formally, which will be the university. The president now the chancellor of the University of Sierra Leone, but it may improve Andy. But in the final say, where he come with the minister now, this minister, automatically what you see, there's a huge involvement of the government in this particular process, wherein for dissolve the Senate court, we are the most highest body. And that Senate court, the matriculation, then the activities of the university, graduation, now they disbursed money and they signed for say this money for go. So now this thing don't come to a halt. Now the professor then carry with Professor Lawrence Conte where the minister then carry with he don't resign. They carry Dr. Sanfa Kuruma, he don't resign because of the pressure where they get. So now the minister get plan back for culture that possible for install and back. this saga no go done until government pull and totally. You not go able because one, na professional ABC they get their own system and the act make can clearly where the University Act of 2021 say it will read 8 and 9 clearly talks in would that get right for appoint a vice chancellor. Now the court then they sit down, they make elections where the person with the one then put on board. Not so the minister ain't do it for advice. But the minister ain't go use he say well he get right according to section 7 now the act. No, for just advice. Now a lot of students they get exam today. The educational system don't broke automatically. Now even the graduation if don't be April next month, they don't even know their fit. So everything they in limbo. So this is a very serious concern. Now we start for investigating this thing for November last year. Say until this thing don't reach this level. Now other well-minded civil society they might not join Chadi. Or let them fight this thing and make this university education can broke. This is a serious problem. The president, the give word, the ministry still a full swing at the lady, say he would in want, now he want. But all that they need to me, they say get the backing of the government. Because in they represent government. If this thing they happen, it's very, very bad education sector. If the student then go up, we can communicate today, they say nothing, no exams. They only forget people today because nothing don't start. So this is a very, very serious concern.
Okay.
Maybe see,
Tanko,
yeah.
This very important thing where we see matriculation for go on, then cancel them because of Wallan at the college. Exam for go on, very important thing, then cancel them. But at this particular time, now we see the president and the first lady, they go lecture now other university, they're out of the country, and they spend with country in copper, whereas lecturers and also they cry for condition of service and other things. Them waiting now you take on this particular thing.
Now just waste of taxpayers' money. Now the money that they use for like go under. Why do they spend on by the lecturers? Now University of CLU, the people they cry say money no di, welfare no better. Lecturers they teach, you don't promise them for say the east and welfare. That was a promise you don't make for 3 years back. Now me more money because they pay tax. I they pay to tax, income tax, I they pay local tax. Maybe see now government, be president, I mean they pay you. Not they pay me, I mean they pay you. I they pay from the taxpayers' money. Any government appointment we make, I mean they pay. Now you see they go dig lectures. They pass through the PR system, they organize for lectures. What you know they go for do to we? You know meaningful to me, not meaningful. Satisfy the picking and the host before you go satisfy the mind picking outside. The picking and the host know they cry. Which of course this cry don't give for a very long time. Now over 90% students they in their home today without some they with graduation. So much now overseas come for graduation. You go some man you want to be master, some man you have to go law school. In law school, if apply, you apply with chance, man, you have to go in scholarship, you have to use that. You know, get her. You come when I say they go do lectures. For waiting. It is no the things they will see, you know, they go down well with what you call good governance. For impressive self for say no more for go. What about the bulk of the masses? Today they cry, they never get what they want. Lecturers they cry. Now lecture because of the prison box, Buddha that the whistleblower in the circle. So mind the first for go retreat leave. So mind the say go for an advantage system. It is because we wait now with each other and they say going.
So the ultimatum where Chadi then give, you know, waiting na the action where they intend for take.
Go back a press conference, BBC will go there. We are in at least other well-minded civil society. Civil society now government appointees them. Majority of them. So they know where to see.
I ask a question. I ask you.
The first action they don't take so automatically that strike, we don't strike, we don't sit down. They don't create a big alarm for say the education sector.
So I ask.
It go bien.
You get me?
Hello?
Yeah, you get me? You don't get me?
Yeah.
You are asked just now.
I get you now.
Wetin Chadi intend for do, after the ultimatum if he expire?
Hello?
Okay.
Yeah, I get you now.
Yes. Okay. The line, they go haywire. I'll just go quickly. And I want to tell you now, say Abdul Fonti Kabia, as we switch on this particular thing, it don't sign off, it don't go, because I don't want to comment on any of the issues there. So right now we get for do it any issue we get for do it, any other thing, and I want to comment about. And so as we switch over to the issues there, so it actually don't go and it don't left free right now. So I just want to let you know that one day, yeah. Say as we talk, so the minute we start for ask the next question, we get for do it, the other issues there, so it don't go. Yeah, Ibrahim, you get to it, Tanko?
I get you.
Yes, I ask, what in Chad intend for do if the ultimatum we then give the government expire?
Well, Chadi then tell you clearly, because they say they will move on a peaceful protest for let the whole world know say educational system, government on Poland, we are the highest educational system in this country, and make a peaceful protest because the ultimate at the time of file now to get a clearance from the police. Here they say the government is doing violate the Education Act of 2021 by dissolving the university court. We are in the highest mandate of the university, where they give rights to somebody the head. So then put the position clearly, we are able to go by the episode to put ultimatum government up with her. So I think now they have right to do that. Main solution come because government not also create it can impose people and maybe say some not qualify. Now competency, now they look for university now competency. They might encounter between a Professor Levy, he gets issues. They say not qualify to the procedural process. And they say even at Jala, maybe say you don't need it. So by outline they call it. Me, I believe the Chadi, if they say they make a protest, the government still reluctant for let them know the needful. The government for no say we don't wrong. Don't this is bad to don't do. Only I'm sorry, now go about my business. And this undermine His Excellency statement we make. It was good, he don't back out. Say, would be again the Chancellor of the University of Sierra Leone. Now, got somebody in at the ministry, they impose policy. That they undermine even the effort. Let's be honest. So this is clear. Today, you undermine the effort. So that woman said, deserve for then it's stacker. Make come out at that place. Where Professor Uri did it be so simple because it is what the university, what did they say? What did they want? They say, what did they want? Anything they go small, not 100%, but they see some small thing they are happy with this now good things. Now that the one see, but he come, he reverse by the whole thing. Oh, it's bad. Really good. So the child is saying they go on peaceful protest on if the ultimatum doing at the 14 days where they give. To me, it's fine. Next solution come. And that no.
All right. Thank you very much, Tanko, for what you took time in January. The other guests we don't actually pull out because you don't want to talk about any other of the issues the way they want people right now inside the country. So if you don't ask to begin talk, it don't go off because they don't want to talk about any of the issues in there right now.
Because they say that they're a system manager.
Yes.
A system manager. So.
All right. Thank you very much, Tanko, and they look forward to get other fruitful discussion with you.
Yes, sir. The
Yeah.
police are all for seats, but we say never go. Never go. I say, I say itself. So thank you, man. Later.
Thank you. Yeah, bye. Okay. All right. Abdul Fonti Kabia, tell me plain one say any issue we they happen right now inside the country, and no one for talk about that. Well, maybe just no one for lie again to saloon people that kind of bad lie. And it did. When we reach to this other issue, it go off Saful one. Saful, make palaver, nobody know nothing. All right, thank you very much to the police for this program, and thanks to all we don't watch, we don't like, we don't share the program. We appreciate you now. Until then, we'll get for meet again inside another beautiful edition of a program we call Yes. My name is Seme Pierre, the Freedom Fighter. God bless you, continue. We are. See you again on next by